got the juice. Ha. Said I got the.
What's up, y'all? I'm Kendra from Busta Blank, and you are watching Still Got the Juice TV. And we have Syvelle in the building. How are you?
Man, I'm good. I'm blessed to be here. I appreciate y'all for having me. Yeah, like you said, it's Syvelle. That's _ SYVELE if y'all want to find me on social media platforms, for real.
Yes, and I want to know more about you. So you have an alias called The Boy Who Cried Care?
I do. So
talk to us about that.
With The Boy Who Cried Care, what that basically is that's me really like tapping into my romantic side, you know, for the ladies. Like, it's a lot of good music coming. I don't want to say too much just yet, but you know, Valentine's is coming up, so expect like there to be more about The Boy Who Cried Care for sure.
Copy that. So since we're talking a little bit more about, you know, love and relationships in regards to that Valentine's Day drop, what advice do you have for women to make sure they have a better gift for their man for Valentine's Day? Because I hear the dudes be complaining about, you know, the gift pooms. So what you got for us?
That's a good one. To be honest, I can't remember any wavy gifts that I've gotten for Valentine's. Like, for real, it's really all about the woman. But the way that I could say, like, we switch that up is like just really tune in with your man. Like, whether he like games, whether he like, smoking, whether he like just having a good time, be able to provide that for him in whatever medium. And it doesn't have to be super expensive. You don't got to spend all your money and cash out, right? Just make it intentional. Feel me? If they can understand that it's for them and that you took the time part of me to think about it, then feel me? Gucci.
Copy that. I like that. So you love, it seems, to make music for the holidays. Like, you're really good with that. So shout out to your marketing team or you for thinking about that. But you released a holiday EP called Fireplace on Christmas Eve, and it felt like you were making a soundtrack for those who might have a hard time during the holidays. Why was that important to you to approach the project that way?
Well, with the Fireplace, it was kind of like a new concept that I was feeling out. So I knew that I wanted to be intentional around the holidays and definitely drop something that mattered. But then I realized like just how many losses I was taking throughout the couple years, and some of the conversations that I was having with peers, with family, about some of the losses that they were also having. And I wanted to be able to provide something that mattered, right? So sometimes our relatives are not here to kick it with us on a Christmas, on a Thanksgiving, what have you. You feel me? So I wanted to give you guys like a little time capsule that showed my parts of pain around that subject, and then hopefully it's connecting with y'all parts as well.
Definitely, man. And you have like an emo and rock leaning sound with trap influences. And when did you find your sound basically, and you realized that you stopped sounding like your favorite artist or the artist that you were listening to at the time? You're like, yo, I found my sound. Like, when was that time, and how did you know that that was your sound?
It was probably back like 2019, 2020. I was really like heavily recorded in the Heights, Crown Heights, with one of my mains, just like bringing my laptop, bringing my microphone over, just putting in that work. And once I seen a lot of my peoples that was receiving my music well start to like really catch on to my ad-libs, like I have my own ad-libs, like anybody that know me know, hey, you feel me? You gonna hear that on my track, so. I mean, things like that put it in perspective. Like, you have tangible things that matter to the fans, and you're actually getting somewhere in terms of developing your own sound.
For sure, man. We definitely see that. I love that. I feel like that is like one of the pillars of getting to the next level as an independent artist, is when you have your own style and you're not sounding like or doing anything like your peers or the people who are major.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So that's really cool. So, like I said, you have that emo and rock leaning sound. So what role does pain or hurt play in your music or in your writing process?
I think that even the last part of what you asked, with it being a writing process, I personally don't have one. Everything that I do is just me punching in, me getting in there, and just expressing whatever it is that I feel. Of course, it's based on production, it's based on what I'm experiencing at that time, but I just like to be real, raw, and authentic. I grew up watching vlog videos of Jay-Z in the studio, Lil Wayne in the studio, so that makes me want to spit from a place of just being as super authentic as I can, and I feel like that's better when I'm not picking up the pen. Mm-hmm. So when I'm coming up with content about how I feel and using my pain, it's literally that translation of the pain to the microphone. It's just that simple.
Got it, got it. So how do you know when a song is finished and complete?
That's a good one. Like sometimes, like just getting the record out and freestyling, it gets a little hard because you can get carried away, but then you could also not put enough. So what I try to do is make sure that based on the style of track that I'm going for, let's say it's more instrumentational and there's like a lot of piano work, a lot of guitar, what have you, I would want to let the beat speak and not do too much so that way people can understand like it's a fusion between my vocals and the production. However, you feel me? If I'm on like a club record, you feel me? I might want to throw more ad-libs in there to catch people's attention. It all really depends on what you're going for, and I like to stay versatile in that regard.
Mm-hmm. So when you go in, you already have an idea of how you want it to sound like.
Right.
Okay, that's interesting. So you're heavy in the fashion world as well, and you judged and you sat on a panel with your longtime collaborator Taziah Jones and Pashari.
Yeah,
Pishari, I'm sorry, girl. Pishari, my bad. What were some of the wisdom that you shared on that panel?
I think that it was a beautiful process to be able to see people explore just a realm that they weren't. Like I had talked to a lot of the models during the mixer portion, and what they were saying is like this is their first opportunity really getting a platform like this, or they're new to the space. So just hearing that so frequently put it in my mind of when I had just started a couple of years back on the model scene. So it was a very humbling experience. I never seen myself doing something like that, but being able to motivate the people by just being a presence, being vocal and sharing my love for the art, I think that was the most beautiful thing, for real.
For sure. We see a lot of like women models. I mean, you kind of with Tyra Banks, next top model. And even though she did include male models toward the end, you don't really get that perspective of being a black man in the fashion world as a model. Like, what was that like, or what is that like for you? Because I know you're also walking in another show very soon, right?
Yeah, on Friday we got the Decadent Showcase featuring Underground Advocates, right, UGA. So I think that how it feels as a black male in this space is sometimes you will hear something like, usually it's the LGBTQ community that's really in the fashion space, or just primarily women. So being able to break that stereotype and provide just the fact that it doesn't matter the medium of art, but that I can interact with it and be a part of it and play a role, whether it be from the back of house with me helping my bro Taziah Jones get a show together, or whether it be me on the runway. I think it's just me pushing my perspective as an artist, and it's less what type of social norms people are putting on me. Mm-hmm. So as long as I can get that working, that's what I'm all about, for real.
Definitely. How do you feel about men in dresses in fashion?
I think it's interesting. I think like live your dream, live your life. Like if that was what the production told you was hitting at the time and you felt it in your soul and souls, then go for it, you feel me? Mm-hmm. I haven't personally been in that type of atmosphere or met a designer that felt like I needed to wear a dress on their runway or what have you. But to each their own, like I said, man, it's a beautiful process to be able to wear something and feel freedom. So do your thing.
For sure, man. And you have some merch dropping really soon. You have the Crimea River beanies, right?
Yeah.
Show the people.
We got a lot going on with that, man. So we got the Crimea River beanie. It's the first time I ever designed a beanie, for real. It started with like t-shirts and things of that sort, but being able to actually expand, it's been beautiful. So tap in February 1st. We got the pre-orders dropping, and then after that, we just gonna keep running it up, giving people different designs, different looks, and this is connected to the project that I'm dropping. Feel me? So pay attention to that as well. Feel me? Everything is connected.
Everything's intentional. We love it. So Dave East showed love to your song Illmatic in October from the deli store. How did that link happen?
That was really like just me being as tactical as I can on Instagram. I'm a student of the game, whether it be like Brandman Sean or, you feel me, other platforms that are really providing information for artists to really be aggressive in their networking and, you feel me, how they're using social media platforms to develop their art. Mm-hmm. It kind of put that battery in my back, right? So I started reaching out to a couple different people, and what I realized is when you manifest, you feel me, you start to plant that seed, and sometimes the universe is going to meet you halfway. So that's what ended up happening. I was able to meet one of his contacts, somebody that managed his account at the time, and everything just went up from there. I tapped in, went up to Harlem. He loved the music, he loved the sound, and it was just a beautiful process because I really fuck with East for real, for real. So that was what's up.
Yeah, it was so beautiful to see. Like, what did that feel like to have an artist that you respect embrace your music and embrace you like that?
It was crazy because when we had first dropped the track for him to listen to, he was like, yo, this is some me shit. And like, when I'm riding the train up there, you feel me? Because I wasn't taking that drive to Harlem, that's too far. I'm not fucking with that. I don't even know if it's tolls or what have you. Anyway, you feel me? I get there, bro, and he's like, yo, this is a me type track. But as I'm making my way there, I'm thinking about how he's gonna receive it. And I'm like, yo, the beat is speaking, you feel me? It's a Nas-esque, Dave East, like boom bap type feel to it. So I knew he was gonna be rocking with it. So just to see that translate with his words from him, that was dope as hell.
Man, I can only imagine. Yo, listen, it was a pleasure speaking with you, Syvelle. I don't even say imagine, but I really, really want to be tuned in to what you have going on for 2024. It sounds like this year is going to be a real intentional. That's the word for Syvelle. Intentional as rapper. Intentional as rapper. I'm gonna take the ass out of it. You an intentional rapper. Before you go, tell us, what does it mean to still got the juice?
To still got the juice is funny because I was thinking about like what it is that the platform is providing. I really fuck with it. I love it. But just the metaphor and the symbolism behind it. Like, y'all know the movie Juice with like Pac and shit?
Of course.
Like, I feel like Pac ain't had the juice. I deadass feel like Pac ain't had the juice. Shooting your nigga and dragging your niggas down, that's not the way to
Ain't
go.
the juice.
You feel me? But Q though, I feel like Q really had the juice. He had the sauce, bro. Because if you peep game, he had the DJ show, right? He was trying to do something important to his craft to motivate his niggas and get them all collected there so that they were doing something that mattered for some bread. Put that real bread in their pockets, not out here scheming. Long story short, you feel me? Him being able to do that, and he had the baddie. If you remember, he had the older baddie. He was the only nigga with the older woman too. Smooth. You know what I mean? So having the juice is really just, you feel me? Being able to provide a platform for your people, doing what you care about, and you feel me? Just being able to be real and genuine, so, or intentional. Cause that's the word.
That's the word.
That's the word.
word.
So that's what it is. It still got the juice.
Perfect, man. Listen, thank you guys so much for watching Still Got the Juice TV. I am Kendra from Busta Blank. Thank you so much, Syvelle. You gotta say intentional on 3. 1, 2, 3. Intentional.
Gang.
It's a wrap.